Hey there, this is Marlon from marlonmcpherson.com, and today I'm going to be talking about how you can be more consistent with your online content. I know that this is a big struggle for a lot of people, just showing up and being consistent, publishing your videos, your podcast, your blog posts, but it's something that we do have to do to grow our business and grow our brand online. So how do you actually be more consistent so people can rely on you and actually receive your message and therefore ultimately do business with you? Along my journey, I've picked up a few tips and tricks around that's helped me. So hopefully you can pick up some of those tips and tricks as well and implement them within your own strategy. You're listening to or watching Future Steps Creative, the podcast that talks about online business strategies, especially around content marketing and websites to help grow your business organically. So if this is the sort of thing that you're into, stick around, you're in the right place. So let's jump into the content. First thing you need to do is to have a content plan. Now, this is going to set you apart, and it's actually going to make you feel more confident and relieve some anxiety going forward. And I've talked about this in the past on episode 49, where you need to do research into the topics that you are going to be talking about or you want to talk about in future, so that you're not thinking on the spot, what topic am I going to talk about today, or what am I going to record, what am I going to write? So check out episode 49, where I talk about the different ways that you can approach getting the research done so you can actually come up with the right topics that your audience actually is going to be looking for and is going to help them. And therefore, you're not doing things that's not connecting with them or talking about things that's not connecting with them. The next thing you need to do is to list out all those topics and schedule them out. When I say schedule them out, plan ahead, knowing that, okay, I'm going to do this topic next and this one and the one after. You can switch things up as you go, but having a plan just makes it a bit more organized and you're not having to be all over the place. Within the same content planning, you need to also commit to a publishing schedule. So whether this is weekly or bi-weekly, however you want to do it, set a time or a specific frequency that you're actually going to publish, and publish that actually broadcast that to the public so they know to expect your videos every week, your podcast every week, or however often you want to do it. This actually holds you accountable, and it makes you feel like you have to do it. So then you're more likely to do it than not, knowing that people are going to be expecting the content to come out at a certain time. And it also helps you feel more like you have to do it because you've committed for yourself as well. The second part to this is to have a content creation process. Now, this is going to be different for everyone. I've actually experimented with different ways of publishing my podcast and my videos. Right now, for example, if you're watching this as a video, I'm using slides because it kind of is a different feel, and it makes things a little bit different the way I present it as well. Depending on the mood I'm in, I might switch things up from time to time. Sometimes I'm doing direct to camera. Other times I might be recording just the audio if I feel like it, but I hardly ever do that. I normally try and do the video along with the audio. So it just depends on what you feel is best for you and the audience that's going to consume it, and also what makes it easier for you to produce the content, because it's better to have something out than have nothing at all. So if you come up with a content creation process that doesn't gel well with how you want to produce, or if it's difficult for you to do, you're probably not going to actually put out as much content. So finding something, experimenting with different styles and different ways of producing your videos or your podcast or just writing is going to help you be more consistent, because then you know exactly what you need to do. So there are some points here that I want to go through to make that more straightforward for you. So one is that you have to figure out your equipment and your tools. So knowing what camera to use or what mics to use, what ones work best, what software you can actually use to get the results that you're actually looking for if you're doing all your productions, you're having to do editing and things like that. Knowing the tools and just figuring out which ones work well for you and just learning them, so then you can always sort of like have consistency across the board. And once you learn these tools and these equipment, you can have everything set up in a way that it makes it faster for you to just start the process of, say, recording a video or a podcast. Having templates is going to help you as well. This is something that I use for my writing. I have like a Google Doc that I basically have my outline put in. So when I'm writing, I know that my headline is going to be here. I have like a short description for what I'm going to be writing, and then I have like bullet points and other bits inside that document that I'm always going to need to reference. For example, I have a checklist that I work with. That way I'm going to make sure that I remember the most important things after, well, just during the whole process. So during the preparation, which is the pre-production, and during the recording or the writing of the content, all the way down to the publishing of it. So having this sort of system in place is going to help you. So to make a checklist, all you got to do is go through the steps that you normally go through and just write things down as you go, or have someone alongside you write the things down and ask you, okay, what are you doing now? And so on. And literally every step, write it down. Because what I find is that I think that everything's in my head, and it is. But then as I'm going through, I might forget something. And if I don't have sort of like that checklist to go to say, okay, have I done this? Have I done this? Have I done this? It's very easy for me to skip a step or to miss something that's really important. So these are the tips that I have for you today. If you want to learn more about some of the tools that I use for content creation and even for my websites, check out my toolkit. You can access it for free. Just head to marlonmcpherson.com/toolkit. And also check out one of my other podcast episodes or a video on screen if you're watching this on YouTube. And I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Hey there, I just wanted to jump in and say thank you for tuning in to another episode of Future Steps Creative, and I hope you found this episode informative or helpful. Also, if you'd love for me to help you directly with your content strategy or your website strategy, do reach out to me over on my website, marlonmcpherson.com. There are several ways that I can work with you, including helping you to figure out your overall strategy, as well as helping you with ongoing content creation so you can be consistent with attracting your ideal audience, as well as to help you with optimizing your user experience on your website for better conversions. I look forward to hearing from you soon, and I'll speak to you in the next one.